I think we had a tough way.
And for us was like, yeah, let's just enjoy the journey.
It's something big and great for us coming up.
It's so good to play the European League, and now to go to Graz again, it's a big event.
Ball across to Dylan Nahi, double in flight. Oh, what a start!
Ooh, into the net.
She does it again.
Yes, Van Magdeburg are the champions of Europe. With something here, she has a game. Across the keeper. What a comeback!
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to talk handball again, and we are right before the EHF finals in Graz. And we thought of something special here because we want to have a look at what's happening that weekend. And we invited all four of the semifinalists to have a talk and have a look out. But I can't do that myself. That's why I invited our beloved and fellow Spaniard who turned from a handball legend into a businessman. Ladies and gentlemen, Víctor Tomàs, how's it going?
Hello. I like it, this one, Bengt. I don't know what kind of businessman I am, but yeah, I like it, the presentation. Everything is good. Starting my Easter vacation and just looking forward to hear what Ona and Stine have to explain about the Final Four.
Most definitely. We will have a look at what kind of businesses you're doing in a bit. But at first, we're starting with the two teams that love the tension. Both waited for the very last second on their own way to clinch the spot in Graz. And contributing 12 goals in both legs was Olympic winner, European champion, World Cup winner, and Ikast Håndbold. Stine Skøgrand, how's it going?
Good. Thank you. Nice to be here.
Nice to have you here. And on the other side, we have the woman who had no better idea other than trusting Víctor Tomàs and his agency for her future, but turned out to be the right decision. Surprisingly for us all, she came from the heart of Catalonia to build her own legacy over here in Germany. So let's give a warm welcome to the woman with the ice in her veins. Ona Vegué, how's it going?
Hi. I agree with this thing with Victor. Just wanted to say that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I got to start with a question. How is it to work with Víctor Tomàs? I kind of know it. It has its ups and downs.
Yeah, of course it has its ups and downs, but I mean, for me, Victor was such a icon when I started playing handball, when he was playing. So I don't know, it's so cool. Sometimes I realize like, oh my God, Victor is my agent. Like he's kind of my friend, and this does make no sense at all. It's like, he's Víctor Tomàs. What?
I'm just a human being, and but I like when the players that I'm working with, they have this kind of words to me because I want to be this guy for them, that the guy who's close to them and helping them in every step of the way. And it's cool that Ona is saying that I'm kind of a friend, because this means that I'm doing something good.
Yeah, fair enough. Stine, are you well managed? I'm asking for a friend.
Yeah.
All right, that sounds good. But let's have a little look out here because you guys are actually on, not yet on your way to Graz, but it is actually just around the corner. Stine, how much of a relief is it to be finally qualified for Graz? Again, one has to say from your perspective.
It's a big relief. It was a big goal for us to get to the Final Four, and I think we had a tough way to come there. I think our group phase was really tough, and also a quarterfinals that could go both ways.
Yeah, fair enough. And I mean, Ona, for you with Blomberg-Lippe, how did you experience the journey from the start of the group phase until where you are now? What were the ambitions when you went into the season, and how did they develop?
I mean, for us, since the beginning was really special because we got the wild card to play European League. And for us was like, yeah, let's just enjoy the journey and let's see what it brings. So we kind of kept going every game, and we did really well also in the German league. So we had a really nice flow, I would say. And after getting to Graz, it was amazing. Like we couldn't even believe it. It's such a thing for me personally, of course, because I've never played European League before, and also for the club. Blomberg is such a small club, and the city is, I wouldn't even call it a city, I would call it like a town or so. So it's such a thing here, and this, I don't know, we are really proud of it.
You weren't just the player well, I want to put it in another way. So you guys didn't seal the deal in 60 minutes in the second leg, but you didn't just go to the penalties, but you were the woman to take the final penalty against a Spanish team, against Bera Bera. So how was it for you, and how did you handle that situation?
I mean, to play against Bera Bera was really, really special. I've been playing against them in the Spanish league for the 7 years I played there. So I have many friends, and it was really, really special this way. It was also sad that they couldn't qualify on the other hand, but I guess it is what it is. Someone has to lose. And about the penalty, yeah, I think I had to take it because I am the one who is shooting the 7 meters in our team. And yeah, I always try to think the same. Like I've been throwing 7 meters my whole life, and it's kind of, yeah, it's 7 meters more. And I also said to the goalkeeper who saved the penalty before, I think you have more chances to score 7 meters than to save one. So we gotta say, yeah, thanks to her also that she saved these 7 meters, and it was like easier for me to score. Of course, I had a lot of pressure and everything, but yeah, in the end, it's just a game, and someone has to take it. And of course, I would always take the 7 meters if I have the chance.
I would like to ask to both of you, because in my eyes, in this Final Four or in this competition, Ikast is a team that playing also in the Champions League last season, and with all the players, well-known national team players everywhere. It's like, you know, everybody expect them to win this competition, but Blomberg, in the other hand, it's a team that it's arriving there as a guest, because nobody expected, as Ona said, them to arrive to the Final Four. What does it mean for both clubs to be there, and what would it mean for Ikast to don't take the trophy? So what do you think it's the feeling inside the clubs and inside the towns facing this Final Four?
It's not an opportunity to don't win the trophy. It's very important for the club, of course it is, and also for the players. But we don't take anything for granted. We have a huge respect for Blomberg-Lippe. We were happy that we didn't draw Thüringen, but then you see the standing in the Bundesliga, and then Blomberg-Lippe is before Thüringen. So we know it's a good team we are meeting. So. And also when we don't know the players so well, we have not played against them before. That's also a little bit scary. I like to know the players, make good preparations. It's even better to have played against them before. And we know that we have to play some of the best handball we can to make a great weekend for the club and ourselves.
For us, I will call it opportunity not to win Ikast. I mean, of course we will go for everything with everything we have, but to play Final Four, as I said, it's such a thing here, and it's really important, and we are so lucky to play. When we got Ikast, we were like, shit. It is what it is. I mean, of course, we will fight with everything we have, and we will fight till the end. And yeah, if we have the chance, we would like to get a medal or a trophy or whatever. So we will go with everything. We will, empty ourselves and on the court and just fight with everything we have. But we know that it's so difficult, and they are the big favorites to win this title.
Yeah, and I mean, Stine, you did have your encounters with the German team this season already. You won on home soil against Dortmund, but lost on away soil. How is the German handball different from Danish handball?
I think it's the same in many ways. I also think that the German league is even in the top as it is in the Danish league, and yeah, they have players from different countries. So they're not playing like only 1-against-1 or only have shooters. I think Blomberg-Lippe as well have a mix of players who can both. So we have a lot of things to be prepared on.
Ona, do you see yourself and your team there?
Yeah, I mean, we will try to do it. Like that's the aim, of course. Yeah, I would say that we all have different players and kind of players, but I would say I don't know how the Danish league is, but I would say that the German league is like a lot of shooting from the outside because they are really big, the back players, and running a lot. But I think that's quite similar to the Danish ones. But yeah, I don't know. We will fight with everything we have, and we have to switch players or whatever to I don't know, play different, so they have to adapt to our game. We will try everything we got.
I did talk about it in my introduction here already, that for you, Stine, it didn't go to penalties because Emma Lindqvist was it to take a shot in the very last second to prevent you guys from taking it to extra. How intense were those last seconds for you, and how big was that locker room party?
It was so intense. I think the whole second the second half was intense, and I know that Emma, she did not want to take a penalty, so she did everything she could to score the last goal, and we were everyone so happy that we didn't have to do that. And yeah, it was not the biggest party because it was a game not so many days after, but we celebrated in our way and singing and stuff.
At least I would say. But is it the intensity that you expected from this tournament? So Victor talked about it already. You guys did take home the trophy in 2023. You were already part of the team there. But last year you were eliminated in the playoffs of the EHF Champions League. So how are the two competitions comparable at all?
2 years ago when we played European League, I think it was easier than it has been this season because we won the games, all the games we played 2 years ago, and now we already lost. And I think we have much more to give. We have not played our best handball yet. It has happened so many things with the team this half of the season, with players out and players in, and a new assistant coach, and we're not so many players. But now I think we have a little bit more stability in our attack. But I also hope that we can get our defense even better. And I think we learned a lot from these games, and also from I think it's Champions League. It's a big step up from the European League. But I think this season of the European League is even better than it was 2 years ago, and that's a good thing.
But yeah, talking about the level of the teams in the competition, then Ona, what's your impression of the competing teams in Graz who actually qualified for the EHF finals?
Well, they are absolute strong teams, of course. We already know Thüringer because we played against them twice here in the league, and also Dijon because they were in our group. So yeah, they are strong teams. Ikast as well, of course. I don't even need to mention that, but yeah, I think it will be nice. I think it will be a nice Final Four. I think that Dijon can give more than they did in the group phase, because we won twice against them and we were not expecting to do that. So, and they qualified in the last game. So, and Thüringer as well. I mean, they already played this Final Four and they know how it is. So I think we all want to, I don't know, like to fight so much for the trophy, and I would say we are the underdogs, and we are a little bit like the little ones and the rookies here. But still, yeah, we all want to win that trophy.
Would you say, Ona, that being the underdogs and maybe not having this pressure on yourselves, is it something that it's in your favor as a team? That as you said, people is just expecting that Ikast win the competition. Is that taking pressure out of you?
Definitely. I gotta say that, for example, when we played against Beta Beta, we had 3 goals. Like when we played at home, we had 3 goals in front already, and we played with pressure because we knew we had everything to win this game. Playing at home, +3, yeah, we just have to play and win. That's all we have to do. And we hadn't even played a good game there, so we knew that we could deliver better handball. So actually, it was kind of the first game we had under pressure because we knew we had to win that game and that it should be easy to do it. And we didn't play good. We were so much with the result and looking so much to the score and losing so many balls. So I think we have been playing that good in the European League because we were always the underdog. We were the rookies in this league. So yeah, that's why probably we played without pressure, and this is maybe something we need to use and to just, in the end, we have so many young players that can maybe not manage this pressure that good, but yeah, maybe we have to use it for us and to just go and enjoy the game and the atmosphere that I'm sure it will be crazy good.
I know it's really soon because it's just 16th of April and it's still 2.5 weeks for the Final Four. But did you start to talk about the semifinal in your teams and in the trainings, or it's still too soon?
No, it's still too soon. We have the playoffs of the league, and they are really, really important for us. And yeah, there's no time yet. It will come, but yet we have to focus on other things.
I assume it's the same with you, right, Stine?
Yeah, it's the same for us, but I think it's good for us that we have these, 3 games in the playoffs, I think, before the Final Four, and that's good for us, and we will also use these games to be well prepared. But we are not speaking so much of the Final Four, no.
So for you personally, this podcast today is a little bit of the kickoff for the EHF finals, or how can we understand that?
Yeah, but it's fine. It's at some point we have to start, and I also have a free weekend now and the next, so maybe I will see some good handball there.
That sounds like some good preparation for the EHF finals weekend, but coming from Ona's reaction to being drawn against Ikast in the semifinals and you saying it's no option to not take home the trophy, do you take that favorites role and do you feel comfortable in it?
Yeah, it's we have to be comfortable in it, and when we have that favorite stamp, it's also because we are good, and that's what we have to think. And we have a lot of players that have tried to play many finals before, so hopefully that will be in our favor.
Yeah, and I mean, you have played quite some final weekends already, talking about the Euros that you've been part of, the World Championships, or even the EHF finals already. What are the factors to actually carry you through such a weekend?
It's much of thinking of ourselves. We cannot go there and think that we have to do new stuff and be well prepared and take our opponents very, very serious and have the respect for Blomberg-Lippe as we do for Aspern and Odense and all the other teams we play against. That will be important for us. We don't take anything for granted, and we don't think we can just meet up and win. We have to work really, really hard.
Yeah, especially since Blomberg-Lippe is probably likely to be very, very much on fire there because it's the first time that you guys are going to Graz. And I was wondering, what does it mean for the midterm development of the club? So what are some plans that you guys are having throughout the next 2-3 years? I mean, now that you extended your contract until 2027, that is quite relevant for you too.
I would say that no one knew this club so much before playing European League. When I came here, I remember how, well, I think Víctor also knows, like, yeah, no one knew this club. Everybody knows Dortmund, Thüringen, of course, Bietigheim at that time. But it's like, yeah, what's Blomberg? Like, yeah, they are always in the half of the league, but yeah. So I think this is really, really good for the club. In the end, as I said, this is such a small club, so we don't have that much money, and like what we can offer or what the club can offer is not like results, or at least not at that time. But now we are a known club, and we already signed some players for the upcoming seasons, and this is something really good for this, that we are known and we are playing Final Four, and this is something that the players, of course, want to achieve. And now, since yeah, from now on, we just want to play European League and at least get to the group phase, and yeah, and go for more and more and more. And if we can also in the German league, if we can also achieve big things, we will go for it, because we kind of have to assume that we are now a better team than the years before.
Yeah, fair enough. And if we're looking ahead into your future, Stine, it has been 7 seasons with Ikast already. How do you feel there, and how many more are there to come?
I'm feeling really, really good in Ikast. And I've extended my contract for 2 more years, and I'm very happy for that. And for me, it's yeah, we have 2 sons, and for us, it's just a perfect daily day here in Ikast. So yeah, very happy to be here.
That sounds good. That sounds settled for now. So all the other teams listening, hands off of Stine Skøgrand here. But let's look into your career, Ona, once again. For you personally, it's the first international ride since the season 2020-21, where you guys were in the EHF Cup with Granollers. And now you're already qualified for Graz. So in your career, where does this EHF Finals weekend rank?
Probably on the top. I mean, achieving things with the national team, for me, like having a debut with the national team in a European Championship, and that's also really such a big thing for me. But of course, in a way of club things, playing Final Four is probably on the top. I'm also playing the final of the Pokal here in Germany. Yeah, it's been a journey for me this season, and such a great season, I would say, probably the best of my life. No, not probably, I'm sure. So yeah, I don't know, I'm kind of not being able to actually see what we are achieving and what I am achieving after leaving home 1.5 years ago.
Yeah, well, then let's see whether there is another highlight for you just around the corner, and maybe even an upset there. So the intense days are just about to start for you with Blomberg-Lippe. So the new playoff mode in the Bundesliga is around the corner, and then the EHF Finals. Lucky you that the Cup final was there already. Yeah, so is the squad ready for those tasks that are coming up? I mean, it will be some intense days.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we have to be ready. This is why we play. In the end, yeah, we can play the whole season, the league, and yeah, go like achieving the different rounds of the European League, but or the Pokal. But this is the best part of the season. This is also where we are more exhausted, and probably we got more injuries and everything, but still, like, the ones we really like the competition and we enjoy this mood are the ones who will or who want to enjoy this time of the season, even though like it's everything in kind of 1.5 months and there's no time to do anything else. And yeah, it's still the best part of the season, in my opinion. And it's time to enjoy and to deliver everything we got. In the end, in June we have vacation, so we can rest there. Now it's time to push till the limit.
Yeah, absolutely. So if we're just looking ahead into the semifinal from Ikast, if there was only one player to take out of the game, who would it be, Ona?
It's a good one.
Yeah, probably Stine or Lindqvist. They are great. Wow, Jamina Roberts. Yeah, I don't know. They have so many good players. So I cannot choose one. I cannot choose one. Like, they have really, really experienced players, and yeah, really good players who can manage and show everything they have in important moments of the game. So yeah, I mean, that's why they are a great team. So yeah, I couldn't choose one, actually, to be honest.
Fair enough. A difficult one to switch over there. But well, Stine, one player to take out of the game from Blomberg-Lippe, who would it be?
I think I would say Nikke Kühne. I've heard, she's a young talent, scores a lot of goals, and if we can take her goals away, then maybe it will be easier.
For me, it was clear. I agree with Stine. I would take Nikke out of Blomberg because I think she's really important in both in defense and in attack. And for Ikast, I would take Stine out because she's 4 players in one body. She is a back player, she's a wing player, she's a super defender. She does everything right in attack. So Stine, I would take you out for sure.
But I will be playing.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds like bad news for Blomberg-Lippe here. But Ona, finish the sentence. If we want to beat Ikast.
I think if we want to beat Ikast, we have to play a great game, and they have to play we have to play a really great game to win them.
Okay, all right. Stine, the key to overcome Blomberg-Lippe will be?
I think it will be our defense. We have to play a perfect defense. We have to have control over Nikke Kühne, and I think we have very great goalkeepers. And if we can make that together, we are also dangerously good in counterattack.
Fair enough. Cool. After having heard all the arguments, Victor, are you bold enough to give a call, give a prediction while both team players are here in the call?
I hate you for make this question. Oh my God, Bengt. I think the favorite is Ikast. Blomberg will play without any pressure, and I think that's dangerous for Ikast because, as Stine said, if you see the German table, Blomberg is like the underdog that everybody thinks, oh, they are gonna lose at some point, but they are not losing, and they are there. But I think that the odds are on Ikast in this semifinal.
All right, a diplomatic answer. I'm going to let you off the hook here. And we are going to let you guys off the hook too. And I want to say thank you for being here and taking the time to look out into the EHF finals. Best of luck for the upcoming tasks. And thank you for having been around. Thank you, Stine. Thank you, Ona.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
And then I would say we are switching over from the one semifinal over to the next one and over to the opponents in the other semifinal. But we're not just switching the guests here, we are switching Spain for Denmark to Martin Vilstrup. How's it going?
Well, for me, it's always an upgrade when you upgrade from Spain to Denmark. So in this case, I'm actually pretty good. And also having a Danish guest is, from my side, everything is good so far.
Yeah, you are calling it because we, of course, invited the next guest here from Dijon. And we are going to look over to the woman that has been touring through France since 2020. It has been 5 years now. The Dane that is going to Graz. We are more than happy to say hi to Nadia Offendal. How's it going?
Hello, and thank you. Well, it's going really good here, I would say. It's a pleasure to be here. So I'm looking forward for this talk.
We are recording on the 16th of April here, meaning the EHF finals are just more than 2 weeks away. I was wondering, when is the switch actually coming for you over to the EHF finals?
The switch, you mean like when we start
mentally
to prepare...
preparing and stuff like that?
Well, we have one game next week in the French league, and just after that game we will start with all the tactics and so on. But of course, it's difficult not already to think a little bit about the Final Four, since it's something big and great for us coming up, and we have also followed the other games, of course. So you try to get to know your opponents a little bit, but it's still very important to keep the focus on the league.
And then speaking about going to the EHF finals. Let's speak a little bit more about how you actually made it to the EHF finals, because there were two teams from your group that's actually already made it, which says a lot about the group. You also played against Zagreb and also lost with 2 goals in France and 1 with 8 in Poland, if I remember correctly, and then knocking out the undefeated Bensheim from Germany. How tough of a route have you had so far in terms of making it to Graz?
Yeah, well, already in the qualification we had 2 rounds, but it went out well as we came to the group. And in the group, I would say that the group was quite equal. Of course, Blomberg, they only lost 1 game, I think, and the rest was like super open. We started out tough with losing the 2 first games, and then we knew that now it's all or nothing. And we are a quite new team, I would say, in the European League, since it's the first time that the club is participating in the group phase. So losing the 2 first games, that was quite a tough start. But after we won the right games, so to say. And of course, when we saw that we were meeting Bensheim undefeated and all this, we knew that we had a very big challenge coming up. But it's always like this in the European League, because it's such a strong tournament now. So beating them at home first and then going there with +4, we knew that it's +4, but it's not so much then. And you never know how is it to play away and stuff like this. So but I think we were really good. We were good prepared for these games, and we had I would say some performances also that really made the difference, like our goalkeeper in the first game, Anne-Catherine. She was super strong, and it's important.
Yeah, I mean, preparation is the key, and I'm almost a little bit happy that we're still like 2 weeks-ish away from the EHF finals, because it would have been tough anyways to gain the exact tactical information from you right now. But as of now, you can give us a little impression. What kind of impression did you get from Thüringer HC throughout the entire season so far?
It's a really strong team with, I would say, they have a lot of experience also, especially in the European League. They have been playing the Final Four before, and I have been playing against them 2 years with my former clubs in France. So I know their strength, and that they are. I would also, with their coach, he has a lot of experience too. They know what it takes to be playing like the Final Four, and like in the money time, or what to call it. So they are very powerful, I would say. They have like a complete team with some players who make the 1-against-1. They have the shooters. They have a very good goalkeeper. I believe it. I believe in it, you know. We're also a good
Why
team, or
shouldn't
else we would not be in the final four.
Yeah, exactly. Why shouldn't you believe in it? I was more like you played against Blomberg in the group, and now you, as we spoke about, you beat it Bensheim in the knockout stage here, and another German team is coming up in Graz also. How do you see the matchup against German teams and the playing style from your side in the French ones? And do you feel comfortable? It seemed like against Bensheim you had a good take on them.
Well, I would say that the playing styles are quite different. First of all, I always think when I think about German teams, they are so, like I said, powerful. They are strong. They have a very solid defense, and when they go one against one, you can feel the power, in their physique and stuff like this. And we are a team that we like to play fast. I don't think that's a secret. I think we also want to defend hard because we like to make the fast breaks also, and like any other team. But anyway, it's important for us, and that's also what's so special about the European competitions, that you meet the different playing styles, and it's always interesting to see if it matches your own style or if it's really hard sometimes. Of course, their physique will be challenging, like it has been for many teams over the years, I think.
And also following up, because I know there's also another Danish team, another one. I cannot say another one, but there is a Danish team also going to the EHF finals. And I'm maybe a little bit of a dreamer here, but let's say that you would be able to face Ikast in a final and winning against a Danish team you've earlier in your career had a lot of fights against. How does that dream sounds to you when I'm saying it like this?
Yeah, like you say, it is a dream. Of course, now we are here. We should dream about this. It would not be enough for us to say, okay, we are in the finals. So that's already good. Yeah, it's good, but it's not enough. Now we took the first steps, and now it's time to fight all we got with all we have for first of all to win the semifinal. I am very humble like this or anything like that, but I mean, we should also believe in ourselves, or else there's no reason to play the games if we don't believe that we could be in a final. And of course, it would be very special to play against a Danish team. And when you say this about winning, it gives me the goosebumps, so it's like, yeah, that would be. It would be amazing, of course.
Probably not a bad feeling to have, and a little bit of daydreaming is always nice. But I mean, you said it also. It's the first time with the club making it to the EHF finals. Do you also see yourself and feel comfortable in the role as being maybe underdogs?
Well, I think we didn't try so much having any different role, I would say. So being underdogs can be good. I mean, that I also think that we probably are the underdogs, and if we can take advantage of that, that's just good. But we also still need to know that it's not enough. It will take great performances from us, from each player, from the team, and like the collective. Collective? I don't know. How do you say this?
Yeah, but I think it's fine.
Yeah, you know what I mean, I hope. So if at least we have to give everything we got so that we can look ourselves in the mirror and after say, we did what we could and let's see what it brings. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. So maybe let's have a look at the other teams that are competing in those EHF finals here too. Because one of the teams that might consider themselves as underdogs too is Blomberg-Lippe. So we did have a talk with Vegué this morning, and well, definitely they see themselves or see that EHF finals participation as the icing on the cake already. You guys faced them in the group phase already, so what kind of team can we expect there in the EHF finals? And was it a surprise to you at all that they qualified?
I was not surprised at all. I did not that I knew them like that before, but when we started to watch the video and stuff like this, we could see that it's a really strong team, and like all other teams, they really deserve their place. And it's a team with also again lots of power, and their goalkeepers also did great performances in the group phase, which is of course always very important. They have some players who carries a lot on their shoulders, and they have really been performing like throughout the whole tournament. Well, we met them when they had a lot of injuries, and sometimes you see that teams, they just come closer when the injuries hits, and I would say that they fought with all they had, and that can only inspire other teams to always fight no matter the conditions. And it's handball, so everything can happen. This part that everything can happen, and that when you're in a Final Four, everything can happen. So we should reach out for our chance.
That's actually a good topic, because I was wondering, obviously Ikast is coming in as the favorites for the title here, because they are the only team who actually already lifted it. But can they take any advantage out of that, or is it new chances and same opportunities for everyone just as soon as it kicks off?
Every team has a chance, of course, and the same opportunities. But I would say that the Ikast, with their players, and if you see the team that they have, it's players, it's champions, some of them, from Champions League and stuff like this. So they know what it is about. They know how it is to be favorite, because they are favorite very, very often, also in the Danish league and stuff like this. And I guess they have been favorite in every game in the European League this year so far. And I cannot see how the pressure should affect them negatively, but you never know. Maybe they will have a bad day. You never know. But as I see this team, they will. I think they will be performing as everyone expects.
So if we have to sum it up in some way, and you need to finish my sentence, and I would say, in order for you to reach the European final, you would need to.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot of saves, counter attacks, great in defense.
I think we would need. Okay, in order to win. Can you say it again? Then I would.
Yeah.
try.
Okay. Let's say to reach the European final, you would need to.
First of all, win the semi-final against Thüringer, and
good one, taken.
Yeah, we have to bring all of our heart and all of our talent somehow into this game. Then we will see. We just need to leave everything on the court and give all we have.
If you were able to actually take one player out of the game from Thüringer HC, who would it be?
Wow, that's a really good question.
Yeah, we saved the tricky ones for the end.
Imagine them playing without a goalkeeper. That would be something.
That would be something. And I know Eckerle quite well. We have been playing against each other several times. Well, I guess it would be an advantage for us if she was not there. At the other hand, I also know that they have a back player number 29 here, Reichert. I guess she's
Johanna Reichert.
Reichert, yes. That was her. She has made what, 81 or 89 goals or something like that, and 26 goals in the quarterfinals. Yeah, so if I can say two, I would probably say these two, but anyway, we all know that to win the big games and to move on, a good goalkeeper is super important. So maybe I would say Eckerle. Yeah.
This is the mental part about Eckerle knows where Nadia is shooting and the other way around, and now it's going to be the mental process about it,
That could be a topic, and it could be a thing here. But I guess like we talked about in the beginning, the preparation will be very important. I hope and I know that we will have a lot of video and of course also the other way around. But one thing is video, the other thing is to still prepare good with all the small details. Now there is so much video, so when we come to these games, I don't know how much you can surprise, but I think the details will define the game sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Cool. Then I would say thank you for your time. And the third thing is to bring all those puzzle pieces together on the court. We wish you the best of luck that that will work out eventually in the beginning of May. So thanks for having been around, and we cross our fingers for you in the semifinal. But to be fair, we do that for all our guests today.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, what a lineup today, but unfortunately we did get to keep Martin and me, but luckily we did get some new company here too, and we move it on to Dijon's opponent here, and we move it on to one of Germany's best, not just the team with Thüringer HC, but in the goal here too. Dinah Eckerle, how's it going?
Perfectly. Everything is all right. Just a tough training behind me, so yeah, a little tired.
It's good to hear you in a good mood. We just had a talk with Nadia regarding they had a tough group, and if I remind it as well, you were in a group with Larvik and Breiðablik. How do you see the road that you had to the EHF finals?
I think we had already quite a strong opponent in the qualification games against Graz, but we managed to play really good against them, so that was quite clear for us. And in the group phase, I think it was tough. We had high wins at home, but also like a really high loss against Larvik outside, and also against EHF. I think it was really, really tough and close. So we won, I think, both matches with 1 goal. So that speaks for itself. So we are really happy that we came through this group, and also made it now against Vilstrup.
Bengt introduced it as being a big club touring also. So how important is it for a club like you, and also you as a player, to be at an event like the EHF finals?
Yeah, it's the biggest thing, I think, for every player. Of course, it's nice to play in the German league, and but for all the players, it's so good to play in the European League, and now to go to Graz again, it's a big event. After the Champions League Final Four, it's the biggest event in the club stage. So it's just awesome, and also for all the players from the outside, not only from Germany in our club. I think for them it's of course really interesting to play in the European League.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not just important for the club, but it is super important for you too, since I've looked at your resume and the big international trophies, they are still missing in your cabinet. So what would it mean for you personally at the end of the career, not just to be able to lift the trophy, but maybe even to lift it with Thüringer HC?
Yeah, that would be the greatest thing. Especially now at the end of my career, I think that's a real big highlight again. And as you said, the big trophy in the European stage is missing. So really, really looking forward for this event in Graz.
But now that we just touched it, we don't have too much time today, so we gotta have a short intersection there, but we gotta talk about it. So looking at you and your performances at your age too, at just 29, why did you decide on ending your career?
Yeah, I think it was a hard decision. It was a process over the last months or even years, and now I just came to the decision with my family that I want to be home a little more. We are traveling the weekends, and I like to put my daughter to bed at the evening. So that was like a family decision, and I have a good feeling finishing my career now. I don't have the feeling that I'm missing out something, and I will not miss all these trainings and preparation runs and all this stuff. So I'm really looking forward to what comes next.
And the annoying calls with media.
These are actually okay.
I mean, it's also quite a career, been in different countries throughout the world, but you said it yourself with other players and you experienced yourself also throughout your own career, but Thüringer was there before at the EHF finals in 2023. So what are the hopes this time coming up against other German team, Dijon from France, and then also Ikast from Denmark, which you also know from your time in Denmark?
Yeah, I think we definitely want to make a better performance than we did 2 years ago. I was not there at that time, but I heard from the players that they were not really happy about their performance 2 years ago. So we are going there, and we really want to go for the title. So of course it will be really tough. Dijon is playing super fast and super aggressive. So that is the first step we have to take, and it will be really, really hard. And of course, Ikast is always a big number in handball, and they have amazing players. And I'm really curious how they will go against Blomberg. So yeah, we will see. I think it can be a really close weekend for all the teams, and it can be maybe also a surprise who will win it at the end.
Yeah, I like it that you're going over to the strengths of the opponent too, because of course we did have a chat with Nadia Offendal of Dijon about that with your team here too, and she summarized you guys as extremely powerful, especially strong in defense, and they really get to know that in the 1v1 situations. Would you agree on that?
Yeah, I think so. I think we have, of course, with Johanna Reichert, a shooter at the moment, which is on an incredible level. I don't know how she's doing that in the last weeks. She's shooting every match 10 to 15 goals. So, but I think we really need to focus on our defense in these two days, because we had some struggles here and there in some matches. So it will be important to have a really good defense performance, and of course to win our 1-against-1s also in offense, because Dijon is playing a super good defense.
I was also thinking about, we know what you can do in Thüringer at home in the arena, where you also made some great results early in the tournament. What do you expect with the support? You know, not playing in Germany now. Have you heard any rumors about spectators coming to the event?
I think from Thüringer will come, or I hope there will come many fans. I already heard that there are buses going there. So I hope there will be a lot of support for us. And I hope in general that the arena is filled up, because that makes also a special atmosphere for the players. But I think we will give our best to bring the most people there.
Yeah, and I mean, there is that second German team too, maybe even bringing along their fans, so it could be in German hand, the Austrian arena. But talking about the German teams throughout the entire tournament, I was wondering, from your perspective, you have been around quite a little bit too, and do have your stories around, but throughout the entire tournament, do you follow your fellow German teams that are playing in the European League too? So what are the emotions like when you're looking at the other results? Is it more special when a German team is on?
Yeah, of course. We followed almost all the matches now in the group phase. It's always nice to see how the other teams are playing, especially when it's the German team, because we will meet them now also in the playoffs. And it's really nice, and it was also nice to see that many German teams were really close to come to the Final Four. Bensheim didn't make it, unfortunately, but I think it's a good sign for also the German handball.
I think also in the German league, Bensheim is coming up. There's a potential German derby in the final of the European League. Is that a dream scenario for you as a German, also being able to play a German final and maybe, who knows, win it?
Yes, of course. It's always special if you play against a team you play more often. We played against Blomberg just a few weeks ago, and we lost really high. So I think it can be special. But for me, I like more to play against teams, which we are not playing maybe all over the season. So it would be nice also to play against Ikast.
That's true, and then let's talk about Dijon that you're also gonna face in the semifinal. And you said earlier that they're fast and they're trying to be physical as well. Is there, without saying too much, can you say a little about who should you focus on? Are there players that you have more in mind, or is that only for us to see whenever the games is coming?
Actually, I really didn't follow so much of Dijon's matches. I just saw a little bit, but I saw that Anka Gigerich was playing a really good season in the goal. So I think that we should definitely have an eye on her. She had some great performances in the last weeks, and she was a big factor coming to Graz. So she also played in Thüringer, so I think it will be a special match for her, and I hope that we will be the winner against her at the end of the match.
Yeah, we will see. And if you're looking at it that way, I'm gonna give you one last task for today. Finish the sentence. To reach the European League final, we
need to play the best defense of all teams.
Okay, cool. Then I would say let's wish you the best of luck with that, and we will follow it, and most definitely have an awesome time watching you guys. But let's see how it goes. We're crossing the fingers for you, but I said that already, and I will say it again. To be honest, I'm telling that everyone in the podcast today.
Yeah, I thought that. But thank you so much.
Cool, sweet. And then enjoy the rest of the season and enjoy the rest of your career. One has to put it that way.
Thank you so much.
Sweet. And with that being said, we hope that you guys out there will enjoy the EHF finals. They are taking place the 3rd and 4th of May. So May the 4th be with you, and may you guys tune in the next time when it's time to talk handball again.
Ball across to Dylan. He double in flight. Oh, what a start.
Ooh, into the net.
She does it again.
Yes. Van Dijtenberg are the champions of Europe.